Good afternoon, YouTubers. Just a little video that I'm doing this afternoon, little project. This is the grill, the original grill which came with my truck when I bought it. On there at the moment is a chrome grill, and I'm thinking about doing some black trim on it. So I've taken the original grill, which was just sitting in the garage, and I'm attempting to spray it, not permanently, with some of this, which is the same stuff that I sprayed the garden furniture with. It's like, well, in some places in the US they call it Plasti Dip. There are variants of it where they change the name, but it's much of a muchness. It's basically like a PVC spray, if you like. So you can spray this onto something, and then afterwards you can peel it off back to the colour that it was. The original colour of this is grey, gunmetal grey, the same colour as the truck, and after it will be completely black. So only prep work I did for this was just give it a good clean, take off any old flies that are on it, and I've gone over the first coat. You can see there's still some wet. It takes about 10-15 minutes to dry off, and I'm aiming to do about 5 coats of this stuff. I don't know how much I'm going to use, but I reckon I'll probably get away with just 1 can. If it's any good, I might do the wheels, potentially. And again, if I want to change it back to chrome, I can just peel it off. I think you can get a remover for this stuff. I've heard that petrol is a good remover, as and when you want to take it off. Stay tuned. Okay then, that's coat number 2 just gone on. I'd say I've used about maybe 1/3 of a can, feeling by the weight of it. And you won't see this now, but when I'm finished I'll show you how smooth this stuff. It doesn't look like it's dried very smooth, but once it's actually dry, and I have put a little fan heater in here because it's getting a bit cold, it actually dries. I mean, you can see there, look how smooth this stuff dries. It's matte, it doesn't dry shiny, but it does give a very nice smooth finish. The garage is fairly clean. There's no dust floating in the air really. There's not a lot of movement. That's all the preparation I've really done, is try and ensure the least amount of dust. I don't want anything to land on it, but in these conditions, and it is just a garage, I'm not a professional sprayer, it seems to be coming up pretty good. I've actually put a little spray mark on my new tool case. Once that's dried, I'll show you what I mean by how it peels off. Alright, stay tuned for coat 3. Okay, this is coat 2, which is now dry, and you can now see what I mean about how smooth it dries. It's almost, there's no imperfections in it at all really. I know it's only coat 2, but you can kind of see you do have to put more than 1 on. These originally were chrome, so you're probably going to see it more on those bits, and this was like a dark gunmetal grey, so you're going to see the grey is obviously turning black quicker than the chrome, and the badge was also chrome, but that's 2 in, and it's almost like there are no imperfections in as it goes on. I mean, this is just some cheap plastic, I think it's £3-4 a bottle, a can, from Aldi, and the stuff is brilliant. I mean, I said I'd show you this just to indicate how this goes on and how easy it's removed. I mean, this is just a demonstration, but so yeah, it's literally just like a plastic, so you can literally just scrape it off or rub it off like that. I mean, that's, and it doesn't leave any residue behind, and you literally pull it off like a plastic. or like a vinyl, if you like, you know, sort of stuff you wrap your vehicle with. It's almost like a spray version of that. See how it comes off there. It's clever. Look at that. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to go on with coat number 3. I'll be back. Alright, so that's coat number 4 just gone on. Now because obviously there's uprights in this, and I'm spraying it, if you imagine I'm spraying it like an angle. The first 2 coats I sprayed at this angle, and then the second 2 coats I came around to the other side, and I'm going to do at that angle like that, so it gets the other side of the uprights, just to make sure we get a nice even coat. I don't want to move around too much while the paint's drying. I don't want to create any dust, but you get the point. So I'm not gonna do any more videos on the painting. I'll just now carry on until the can's finished. I'm still on the first can. That's coat number 3. I'll finish the can off. There's no reason to not to, which I reckon is going to be 5 or 6 coats, and then we'll look at the end result, and I'll put it on the truck. Okay, in a bit. Okay, that's that. That's coat number 5. Just dried, and that all came from one of these. This is the stuff I bought. So 1 can has done the whole of that. What does it say? 400 milliliters. It's 400 ml can. Done the whole of that grill. It's a big grill considering the truck it comes off or goes onto, and 1 can seems to have covered the whole lot really nicely. I did go from this side across, then I went from the other side across, and then I did backwards and forwards across there to try and get an even spread. I'm going to leave it in here now for, I don't know, a few hours, and then maybe tomorrow I'll stick it on the truck. I'm not going to do a video of taking the grill off and putting the grill on. There's loads of videos of that on my truck. And then we'll see how it looks, and we'll decide from there what else we're going to do, whether we're going to do any more. I'm thinking about doing the wheels. I've seen some videos online of people plasti dipping wheels, and it looks pretty good, and it goes on pretty well. And this is like the first part that I've done. So we might do the arches because they're chrome. And obviously with this, it just means, if not so much with the grill, but the parts which I don't have a spare one of, like the wheels, the arches, the fender flares, they can be peeled back. So if at a later date you don't like it, you can remove it, and that's the whole point. Okay, thanks for watching. Catch me on the next one.